I made a raspberry with my mouth at that, like a child. I was too weak to come up with a coherent comeback, so that would have to do. He merely chuckled again and continued carrying me up the twisting, narrow stairs. At the top, he pushed aside the secret door as if it weighed nothing and set me down gently on top of the nailed-down buffet. "Do not move," he instructed me. "You are too weak." I wanted to protest, but he had a point. I was feeling pretty damn weak at the moment, trembling with exhaustion. So I sat there and watched as my vampire captor climbed over the buffet and then pulled me back into his arms again.
"Where from here?"
I pointed him out of the dining room and saw that the door had already been pushed open wider than I had been able to move it. Clearly Rand had gone exploring while I'd been passed out. A shiver of fear hit me. I wondered what he'd seen. Gemma? Asleep upstairs? Oh no. Then I wondered why he'd returned.
"The kitchen?"
he prompted when we were in the narrow hallway of the Venetian apartment. I wordlessly pointed at another door and he carried me in. The kitchen was slightly less messy than when we'd discovered it. Gemma had tackled it first, since she'd seen a fair amount of old vintage dishes she knew would bring a fair penny online.
"This is the place?"
Rand asked, and when I nodded, he carried me to the counter and set me down gently upon it.
"Now, where are the scullery maids? Let me know, and I shall wake them. Is it the woman upstairs?"
I stared at him with wide eyes. How had he known Gemma was upstairs? Had he hurt her like he did me? "You—" He shook his head as if anticipating my thoughts.
"She slumbers. I did not interrupt her. Your blood quenched my thirst for now."
He leaned in and sniffed me. Lucky me. I leaned back, trying to scoot away from him. "There's no scullery," I told him. "It's just me and Gemma here." I pointed at the old, small fridge in the corner. It still worked, and we'd been using it to store food, so we didn't have to eat out every day. "There should be some stuff in there." Rand tilted his head, gazing at me. Then he leaned in and sniffed again. What are you doing?"
"I have drunk blood many a time before, but perhaps my senses are overeager. You smell—"
He inhaled again.
"Incredible."
"Gee, that's nice." I pointed at the fridge. "Can we eat now?" He gave me a quizzical look, but at least he wasn't sniffing me anymore.
"The trunk carries food?"
"It's not a trunk, it's a refrigerator, or a fridge. We use it to keep food cold." I watched his face as he processed this information. His eyes flicked with recognition as if receiving information.
"Ah, a refrigerator. I have this word in my memory."
Rand approached the fridge and studied it.
How does one open it?"
The fridge was an old-fashioned one, like the one Indiana Jones rode in during that last horrible movie. I pointed at the lever on the side. "Give that a yank." He did, and the door flew open, swinging backward. Rand nearly stumbled in surprise, and I smothered a laugh. "Not that hard of a yank."
"My apologies,"
he said, then put his hand inside, tentatively feeling the air. The look on his face was wondrous.
"How is it cold? And why does it hum?"
"Electricity," I told him. "There's a current of electricity that goes through the back that tells the coils to stay cold." I was probably botching the whole how refrigerators work thing, but I was also pretty sure he didn't need to know the nitty-gritty, just the basics. "The hum is the electricity going to the fridge." He gave a slow nod.
"When I awoke, I heard the hum of many refrigerators."